Hello, I'm Kiran and welcome to my woodworking channel. In this video, I'll build a storage crate with simple materials like 2x4 with a total material cost of about $6. So this includes the 2x4 itself, a small 1/4-inch plywood base, and some glue and nails. So without further delay, let's get to the build. I break down the 2x4 into 6 pieces at 16 inches each. That leaves me with 1/2 inch overhang on each side that I can trim to the final dimensions. This 2x4 was quite cupped. I orient the cut pieces so that the cut side is facing down and then put some pencil marks on it to get it ready for jointing. And then I start to joint them. You can see here how cupped the 2x4 pieces are. After one face and one side are jointed, orient them so that the other side is facing up, and I put some pencil marks again to run it through the planer. I'm planing these pieces in a batch manner. I pass all the pieces at one depth and then I decrease the depth and then pass all the pieces again. This way I don't have to worry if they're all matched at different thicknesses. Here's a good view of how they are moved from one pile to another. Then onto the table saw. Each 16-inch piece has to give me 6 individual pieces for the final crate. So I had to split the piece lengthwise into 3 pieces and then widthwise into 2 pieces. My current outfit table is a bit shorter than the table saw, so I had to keep moving the cut pieces out of the way to make sure that they don't bind the subsequent piece being cut at the saw. Once they are cut lengthwise, I orient them to make sure that they give me the appropriate height for the crate by putting in a temporary spacer block between the pieces. I cut the pieces to the final dimension by squaring both ends. So this way the only cut remaining would be to split the pieces widthwise. Here is a close view before the final split widthwise. Here are the total 28 pieces. I decided to run a chamfer through all the pieces because my 2-year-old will primarily play with this. If you don't have such requirements, you don't have to run them through the router. Those were exhausting steps. I get to gluing. I normally don't use metal fasteners in my indoor projects, but since this will be primarily located outdoors, I put in 1/2-inch nails to hold the pieces together while they dry. I use an MDF spacer block to make sure that I space the slats evenly. I've slowed it down to capture the process in detail. After completing one side, I repeat the same steps for 3 other sides. I first attach the top and bottom pieces, then attach the middle slats. This way the top and bottom pieces will always be in the same place even if the middle slats are not perfectly aligned. My camera battery died at this point, so I have a little iPhone footage of the completed crate without the bottom. Then onto the plywood bottom. I use the crate itself as the spacer to set the table saw fence. That way the plywood will be cut to the perfect size. And then glue and nails again to attach the base to the crate. I then sand all the pieces in the corners. Thin down the polyurethane with mineral spirits and apply 2 coats of it. This crate will sit on our front porch, so even though it's outdoors, there'll be no direct elements exposure to it. And my 2-year-old helped fill up the crate.
Good job.
Ready?
And then we realized that she didn't have enough pine cones to get the overflowing look that my wife wanted, so I cut off 2 slacks off the top to trim it down a little. Here are a few final close-up shots. Thank you for watching that video. If you liked the video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. This storage crate is very versatile. You can store blankets in it, kids' toys in it, and in my case, all the pine cones that my 2-year-old collects. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you like this type of build and for more of my videos. Thank you.